Hey, Father's Day is this weekend.
What?
Woot woot.
Really?
Keeping Dad's belly full. That's a surefire way to keep him happy, right?
I think so, right?
yeah.
Absolutely.
Through the tummy.
And
That's where our love comes from. Through the tummy.
it does, absolutely. And Shanti Apelo, she's a dietitian from Blue Cross Blue Shield. She's got some amazing and healthy recipes to share because we got to keep all of our dads healthy as well. Shanti, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So what are some things that are top of mind for you when you think about cooking for dad?
Yeah, I think heart health is paramount here, and we look at things that we usually see on the Father's Day spread. A lot of burgers, lots of kind of fatty, creamy sides. Same with dessert. So I do have some swaps for us here that are going to pack us with, vegetables in a fun way that doesn't sacrifice the flavor and some omega-3s. So we can dive right in.
I say let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, so we know burgers are big, right? So these are salmon burgers, and what I've done is chopped up salmon. You can use canned salmon as well if you want to save some time. Mix it with some capers, green onions, bell peppers. We've got a little bit of lemon and then panko breadcrumbs to make sure that they stay moist, and a little bit of feta. So these burgers, really quick on the grill, really juicy, and we get those omega-3s in the fat that are great for brain health and heart health over the saturated fat we see in traditional burgers.
That's one thing. The burgers are tough because, well, fish burgers, and much like fish tacos, they can get dry, right?
Yeah, so are you putting eggs and breadcrumbs and things in there too?
Exactly, yeah. So
Okay.
those panko breadcrumbs are going to really help, keep them moist, because you're right, they can dry out really quickly. And we want to pay attention to the temperature that we're bringing it up to too, because of course fish can overcook really easily. So between 130 and 145 is a really good way to go. And then for these burgers, I've made it tzatziki. You can buy them store-bought too, but this is going to add a little bit more Mediterranean flavor, kick up the kind of juiciness here, and then we've got our burger. I did sliders here, but you can do either.
That looks amazing. That sounds so good.
Did you call that a slider? That looks like a full-on burger. that's a good size meal
Scale
right
to
there.
size.
There you go. You got to save room for the sides because I know you got some of those too for us, Shanti, right?
For sure. Pasta salads, we know that oftentimes they're full of just mayonnaise, right? We've got some cucumbers in this one, some cherry tomatoes. Those are coming into season, so that means they're going to taste their absolute best. Doing some red onions, and this is also kind of Mediterranean inspired. Some Kalamata olives, some sun-dried tomatoes. This just adds the perfect bite to these. Fresh basil. You could use dried basil as well, but this is growing full in my garden, and then some feta cheese. And I'm throwing on some vinaigrette for this so we don't make it too heavy. But one of my favorite tricks is to mix in just a tablespoon or two of mayonnaise with your vinaigrette. Makes it just creamy enough, adds that flavor, but we don't overdo the fat.
Wow.
Absolutely, yeah.
That sounds so good.
Less mayo. You know what I was thinking? I was just having fustinis, their oils and vinegars. They have that basil crush oil.
Yeah.
This is so good.
That would be real good on that salad.
There's a Provence one that's really excellent as well. So, Shanti, any other tips for us for grilling if we want to take it beyond these fish burgers?
Yeah, I think don't be afraid of grilling fruit. I've got a fruit dessert here next, but grilling bananas is great. You can serve that with a little bit of ice cream, dollop of Greek yogurt. It's great because they're so naturally high in sugar, like that good kind of sugar, right? That's going to allow them to caramelize. So peaches, bananas, those are great to throw on the grill. And of course, before the weekend, we want to give our grill a good cleaning too.
Yeah, well,
Before you put that fruit on there, you definitely want to clean it.
I always look for the grill marks on my
Fish and
bananas. I tell you that. I'm looking for the grill marks on my bananas whenever I grab one.
But I want to put like ice cream and caramel on my grilled bananas. Kind of defeats the purpose, I think, Shanti. All right, tell us about your dessert.
Yeah, sure. So we've seen shaved ice before, but this is strawberry shaved ice. So I'm using frozen strawberries. We want to make sure that they're good and frozen. Got a grater, and we're just going to grate this in some kind of serving dish. I think these, kind of martini glasses are really fun. And this is super easy to do. You can do it with any fruit that's frozen. You can do it with peaches. I think that one is super delicious. But really whatever you have on hand, any kind of berry is good. But the strawberries are great because you can hold on to it. And so this makes fiber really a star of the show in this dish. and it just makes it a really refreshing dessert.
You're literally just grating fruit
Yeah.
into a dish, and it's like the purest slushy you ever had.
Right? I love
It
that.
is, and you can drizzle just a smidge of honey with this, just to bring up the sweetness, just a tad. You really don't need a lot, but just a drizzle, and then just a little dollop of whipped cream,
Or
strawberries
yogurt.
and cream
Or
there.
yogurt.
Or a lot of whipped cream. I don't know.
And then I love strawberry and basil together, so we'll do that as our little garnish. You could do mint as well if that basil freaks you out, but this is an excellent summer dish.
No, it is.
Man,
Yeah.
that sounds so, all of it sounds amazing.
Well, we know where lunch
Shanti.
is.
Right? Yeah. Well, of course, we can find this recipe and a whole lot more at healthiermichigan.org. Shanti, thank you so much. I want to come over to your house for Father's Day.